So Baizhu's out, and he is a pretty decent character. Everyone's been pretty excited for him to show up ever since he actually first showed up in the game many, many years ago. But if you have a look at his banner sales, it doesn't look like he's doing all too hot at the present moment. Obviously, we all know why. It's because everybody's too excited playing Duviri instead. So naturally, not that many people are playing Genshin, everyone's playing Warframe instead. But when you get back to playing Genshin, I think it's probably a good idea to remember that Baizhu exists, and he is in fact a great character to have. We're here with Masanori and Baizhu. Now, one of the things that a lot of people were really excited for with Baizhu was how well he's going to be for a Cyno Team. And I can say with relative certainty that yeah, he is actually pretty nice for a Cyno Team.
Quietly now.
Seems like an emergency.
Generally speaking, you can fit 2 of his specials inside a rotation. Pending rotation, of course. But as you can see, his ult was lasting quite a lot of time, which is great for someone like Cyno, who does end up being on the field for quite some time.
Gotcha.
As you wish, main Fräulein. Remember, health comes first.
For some reason I wasn't swapping to Cyno, but you get the idea. Of course, honestly, that's not my favorite team with Baizhu, mainly because there is another version of this kind of team that I actually like a little bit more personally, and that is to run Miko instead. I like Miko a little bit more than I like Cyno. Okay, that's not true. I like Miko a lot more than I like Cyno.
Right here, right now. Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Power that ended heights. A sight to behold. Emerge right here.
And because of that, we could play, say, for example, on-field Baizhu. And because Baizhu is, of course, a mage, he can do that, or we can just do this.
Right now, emerge. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Power of Miko. You know, you can play on-field Miko Hyper Bloom, or you can play on-field Baizhu Hyper Bloom with Miko. It's entirely up to you how you want to run that. And then, of course, there is my actual favorite team with Baizhu, and I think you know for what particular reason this is in fact my favorite team. It's a Nilou comp, of course. Now, keep in mind, Yao Yao's here, but that's not because you need the extra healing. Oh no. No. Yao Yao's just here for that extra Dendro because I like double Dendro, double Hydro. That's just my personal preference.
Mind the side effect.
So yeah, she's here mainly just to provide that extra Dendro. It's either her or DMC, and I don't really care to play DMC now that I have so many off-field Hydro options.
Some target practice. We shall prevail. Chapter you. Embrace the storm.
Mind the side effect.
With all my strength.
Just like that. So, yeah. Baizhu is actually pretty damn strong. Generally speaking, you're probably just going to put 4-piece Steepwood on him and move on. Otherwise, if you really feel like it, you can put 4-piece Gilded. If you really feel like it, 4-piece Clam. Of course, when it comes to being a Dendro healer, obviously you could try to compare him to Yao Yao, and I think it's very interesting between Baizhu and Yao Yao. They both have like a very similar weakness and a very similar strength in that Baizhu doesn't need his ult to heal the entire team, which is, in my opinion, a really strong trait of his. So that means you don't necessarily need a huge amount of energy if you just want to heal the entire team, but having his shield whenever possible is still very useful for things like Nilou teams, Quick Bloom teams, those kinds of things where you do want to have that extra Dendro application. Yeah, then definitely bringing up some ER on Baizhu is still really good. If you're just playing a Quicken team, you don't necessarily need that much ER on Baizhu for that Dendro application at that point, because that's how Quicken works. Yao Yao, on the other hand, can provide very constant Dendro application as well as very constant and very sustained healing without the use of an ult. So it's that kind of thing. Basically, I guess the question you should ask is, do you want to have more team-wide healing, or do you want to have more sustained Dendro application and sustained healing? If you want to go for more sustained healing, I'd probably stick to Yao Yao. If you want just more team-wide healing or just another healer, yeah, absolutely, Baizhu is pretty good. His shield is, for the most part, sort of vaguely useful. It's kind of being highlighted right now in the current Spiral Abyss because of those goddamn consecrated beasts pushing and like throwing you around like a dog's chew toy. So at that point the shield is kind of useful because it does pop up pretty often, but generally speaking, if you can fit Zhongli in there, then you should be a-okay. So it's that kind of a thing, but you can at least use him as like a Dendro shield in a Nilou team. Kirara is coming very soon. You could potentially swap her out instead. So you have your options there. But overall, I actually think Baizhu is a pretty solid character, and I tend to use him a lot in my Nilou teams in particular at the present moment. Otherwise, you know, you could just use them in quick blue teams and stuff like that. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. How do you feel about Baizhu? Let me know in the comments. Are you still playing Genshin, or are you, like me, actually spending a lot of time playing the Deviri Paradox instead? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I know everyone's playing freaking Stargirl, but whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Warframe. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.
We stand condemned. The penance is due. Guilty.
Run this way. Wow. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's the run. We're done.